Hey guys, it's Han. So today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I wanted to film kind of like a night routine, kind of like let you guys spend the night with me, see what I get up to, that kind of thing. I got a lot of questions about things like skincare, hair care, when I've like washed my hair and how I style it and stuff, fake tan, like what I eat, what meals I cook, stuff like that. So I thought I'd just throw it into one big video and kind of do it as like more of a vlog style, like chill type video. I think the first thing I'm going to do is go downstairs and make dinner because I've got into a really good routine recently of like cooking proper meals throughout the day. I'm eating very clean and very healthy at the minute. I've actually got a personal trainer as well, so I'm trying to be really good and like get a little bit fitter, a little bit more tone. But yeah, this is the second time I've filmed this video this week. I wasn't happy with like the first lot of footage, but I'm actually really excited to film it this time because my skin has improved so much. So I'm excited to show you like what products I've been using later, and I'm actually going to make a different meal to what I made the other day. So I'm excited to like show it you all. I'm just gonna stop talking and we're just gonna get into it. So for dinner I'm gonna make Thai fried rice. Kind of Thai fried rice, it's basically like egg fried rice with veg and like a little bit of corn and stuff like that. I posted this on my Instagram stories not so long ago and had a couple of questions about how I make it, so I thought I would show you. But I did actually follow roughly another tutorial on YouTube, so I'll link it down below if you want to watch that. I'm gonna be using brown rice instead of white rice. It's just a little bit healthier. So this takes about 25 minutes to cook, and then you want a green veg to go in it. So you can either use like kale, for example. Like I've made it with kale before and that was really lovely. Last time I made it with broccoli and just like chopped the broccoli up really small. This time I'm going to use broccoli and asparagus just because this is in the fridge and it needs eating. It's actually a little bit out of date, but it'll be fine. I'm going to be using eggs obviously just to add a little bit of flavor, make it a little bit more of like a Thai fried, like egg fried rice dish. Also adds protein and things like that. And then for the meat, you could use chicken, you could use prawn if you wanted to use actual meat, but I'm just going to use prawn pieces just because I don't eat meat, I don't eat much fish. I eat salmon, so I'm technically like pescatarian, but for this I actually really like the prawn pieces. They taste quite chickeny, which is really nice. And then you'll also want some onion and some garlic again for flavor. And then for like my soy sauce, I have this one, which this soy sauce is so big, I just live for it. I actually got this on Amazon and this is by a brand called Kikoman, I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like so. And it's basically a less salt soy sauce because soy sauce tends to have a lot of salt in it. So this one is just a little bit healthier, and honestly like I can't tell the difference in taste. Like it tastes the exact same. So I'm going to use that for the rice and like the corn. In terms of cooking, it's pretty simple to make. The first thing that you want to do is boil the rice obviously and cook the rice. So this one in particular, this takes 25 minutes to cook, so I'm just going to pop that on the hob. So I tend to make about 200 grams, which sounds like a lot, but I'm feeding myself, my mom and my dad, and I like to have a little bit extra for lunch the next day. So I'm going to make 200 grams of that, put it in a pan, boil the kettle, and then just cook it and let it do its thing for 25 minutes. Okay, and then whilst that's cooking, I'm just going to chop up the veg and cut it into quite small pieces to put in the rice later. And then when the rice is done, I'll cook that for like 7 or so minutes or however long it takes to cook, and then we're going to move on to the corn. So I'll probably cook those at the same time just so that they're done together, and then everything can be like fried together, because again I cook the corn separately to the rest of like the rice and stuff, just so it can all be like thrown in at the last minute. Whilst I'm cooking, I just have something on YouTube in the background. So I'm actually watching Dr. Mike at the minute, which I found his channel recently and I'm just obsessed. Like I find him so interesting to listen to, so I've just popped that on. So the rice is pretty much done. I'm going to drain that out of the pan now, and then I've just put the broccoli and asparagus on the hob, and I'm going to boil that whilst I'm doing the corn. Okay, so veg and corn is done. I've just put it to one side, and now it's literally just a case of frying everything. So I'm going to do the onion first, just because it takes a little bit longer to cook, and then I'm also going to put in some garlic. It's pretty easy to make. It takes probably about 40 to 45 minutes, so if you've got a little bit of time in the evening, it's really easy. Obviously, like I said, you can make more for the day after, so it saves you time then. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's done. I've just been eating mine. Cooked a little bit earlier today just because, to be honest, I'm always so funny about when I make dinner and like what time I cook dinner, because now that it's just me, my mum and dad that live here, like I live at home with my parents, and my brother Charlie's at uni in London, so he's obviously never home. But my mum and dad are technically self-employed. They have a graphic design agency, so they work in Media City. Because they're self-employed, they come home at quite random times. So my mum and my dad can pretty much come home like anytime between 5 o'clock in the evening and like 9 o'clock in the evening. So rather than trying to like plan dinner time around when they're gonna come home, because I literally don't know when they're gonna come home, I just cook dinner so it's like done early, and then like they can get back, they can eat it when they want, and they can reheat it if they need to. And then I'll always cook a little bit extra for myself and my mum the next day. Sometimes my mum, sometimes I tend to eat it all. But yeah, that's basically what I try to do if I've got a quieter day. Obviously if I've got a really busy work day and I'm like filming and doing a million more things, even though I'm technically filming today, but I'm filming this. If I'm filming like makeup videos or fashion videos or whatever, or I'm like at meetings or in London, obviously it's completely different. But if I've got like more of a quieter day, I try and cook a little bit earlier, and I'll just try and get everything done a little bit earlier, so when my parents get home in the evening, like I can actually just like sit and chat with them and stuff. I actually really value living at home now, which is gonna sound so silly, but when I moved out a little bit, not last year, the year before, oh my god, I can't believe it's like nearly 2 years ago now when I actually moved out. In fact, it was 2 years ago because it was February. Wow. I effectively like lived by myself for 6 months, and honestly I got so lonely. Like I've spoken about this in past videos, but I just hated living by myself. I love my flat and I love where I live, but actually living by myself, like I just hated it. I feel like it's fine if you have a job where you go out and you like see other people and you go to a workplace, but when you just work by yourself, because like social media and YouTube is basically my full-time job, I got so lonely, it actually drove me up the walls. Yeah, I also really miss my cats. That's another thing, like I can be at home all day, but the fact that I've got 2 cats, like it just makes everything better. My hair looks so flicky today. I basically dried it with my Dyson airwrap, but I did it like a couple of nights ago, so it's gone quite flicky, but I kind of like it. Kind of. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna finish this, and then I think I'm gonna get a bath and do like a little bit of work and stuff. Cute. I thought I'd quickly show you actually what I have in the bath skincare and body wise, because a lot of like this is part of my skincare routine. So in terms of cleansers, I have this one here by Clinique and then this one here by Tatcha. The Clinique one is the Take the Day Off, and it's kind of like a cleansing balm, so I use that if I get in the bath with makeup on, just because it's really good at taking makeup off and cleansing the skin that way. It's quite like a thick cream, and then when you start rubbing it into the skin it kind of melts away. And then the Tatcha one is more of like a jelly type cleanser. It's better for like normal to oily skin, I'm pretty sure, and it has like really tiny exfoliating beads in, so I either use the both together if I've got makeup on, or today I'll just use the Tatcha one. So that is what I use cleanser wise. And then this is the Soap and Glory The Righteous Butter Creamy Body Wash, which I use for shaving, and I actually use a men's razor life hack, which I feel like everyone knows by now, but it just gives you like a bit of a cleaner shave on your legs and wherever else you want to shave, girl. I'm not here to judge. I'm not actually going to shave today because I don't shave the same day that I fake tan. I did that a couple of days ago, but that is what I use if I'm going to do that. And then if I'm going to scrub off my fake tan, I have the Bondi Sands tanner razor at the back, which I either use that one or the St. Moritz one. The St. Moritz one is cheaper and it does the exact same thing, so to be honest I prefer that one. And then I have some body scrubs here. So I have a Laura Mercier bath and body scrub, which is the almond coconut milk sugar scrub, so delicious. And then I've got the Sol Janeiro, have I made that up? I don't know, this brand here that does the bum cream. I've got a kind of like an exfoliating polish from that, and then also a Body Shop one as well. And then there's just a like bath and shower like body wash at the back. And that's pretty much it. I also have a Glam Glow mask here. I prefer my Peter Thomas Roth mask for the bath just because I kind of leave it on for quite a while, but I've just run out of it, so I need to top up. Okay, so I just washed my hair, cleansed my skin, all of that good stuff. So I thought I would dry it quickly with my Dyson Airwrap and just show you guys how I use this. I've had this for about a month now. I got it at Christmas time, and honestly I really like it. Like obviously it was actually a present at Christmas time, so it's not sponsored, it wasn't gifted or anything like that. I got the one that comes with 2 sets of different size barrels and then a brush and the mini hair dryer. So today I'm going to use the smaller barrels, and you've probably seen this in other people's videos, but you basically get two. Depending on which barrel you use, it determines which way the curl will go when it's formed. So I like the curls to go away from my face, so I'm going to use this one for this side. So I've just parted it in the middle. You can part it anywhere you want, but even if I'm gonna like flip my hair over afterwards, at least it has like a little bit of volume if I do it in the center. So I'm just gonna section a little bit of my hair away, and the way you want to do it is just kind of hold it out so there's a little bit out to the side, and then once you start it, you hold it kind of straight upwards and it should attach itself to the hair. I like to just hold it there for a second just to make sure it's properly attached before I move it up to my head. Okay, I've just realized I've got the wrong barrel on it, but just so you can see what it looks like. So that's kind of like the curl it produces. If you're wondering how long they last and stay in, because I'm doing this with wet hair, and my hair, because I've got a lot of hair, like anything that I do to it tends to fall out pretty quickly. So for me, they stay curly for maybe like the night and then the next morning, and then they tend to drop out a little bit, but I don't mind because it kind of still looks like it's been blow dried, which I really love. The thing that I quite like as well is that you can basically use hot air or cold air. So you kind of use the hot air at first, and then once you can feel that your hair's dried, you can kind of blast it with cold air, which is supposed to set the curl in place a little bit. This won't give me like super lasting curly curls, like I said, it'll kind of drop into more of a blow dry look, which is what I want. But if you did want really like tight curls, for example, or like curls that were going to stay in for longer, I would either just use a hot, like normal hot one instead, or I would use this and clip the curls and do like pin. That is pretty much everything at curl. Yeah, it's not going to stay this curly, it will drop quite a lot. You kind of saw how it was at the start of this video. That was like 2 days after I'd done it, so it kind of drops a lot into more of just like flicky, like blow dry type style hair, which I still quite like. Feels really light, feels quite voluminous considering it's like so airy, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is pretty much what my hair looks like. Like I said, it takes me about 20 minutes and it will drop out a little bit, so if you don't like it this curly, then there's a bigger barrel anyway if you don't want it as curly as this, but I do it this curly just because I know it will drop out. So that is how I use it. I love it. I'm just gonna clip it all back a second because I'm gonna do my skincare. I'm just gonna sanitize my hands. I always do this before any type of skincare, before makeup, before anything like that, even if I've washed them, which I've washed them anyway, but I just like to kind of double cleanse them, I guess, because you're touching your face. Okay, so obviously you want to make sure you've cleansed your skin. I'm not going to do too much of like too many products tonight. Sometimes I would do a mask and things like that, but I'm just trying to keep it quite simple at the minute. And honestly, my skin has literally cleared up so much just from these few products, and also a couple of other things that I'll show you in a sec. They're expensive, they are quite expensive. This product especially is very expensive, but I've just found that it really helps. If you're not wanting to spend a lot on skincare, then I will show you something else that I've been doing to help kind of take away my breakouts and things like that, and like help my skin out. So don't worry if you don't want to purchase these things, but I thought I would show you anyway, like genuinely what I use. So this is a product by Allies of Skin. This is the Promise Keeper Blemish Facial. It's kind of like an overnight moisturizer, like mask cream situation, and it says it helps to fight breakouts, fade dark spots, and hydrate problematic skin, which is my face in a nutshell right now. So it smells really nice as well. It smells like lavender, which I think for a night, kind of like a nighttime cream, is so nice because you can just kind of smell it, and it's really soothing. On top of that, I'm going to use the Sunday Riley UFO Ultra Clarifying Face Oil for the management and prevention of acne and blackheads. And it basically helps to sort of clear congested pores, all that type of stuff. It's actually an oil that's designed for oilier skin, because I feel like sometimes if people have oilier skin, they just assume that you shouldn't put oils on top of it. But oils are actually really good to use because they penetrate a lot deeper than creams and things like that. So this one is geared more towards oily skin, which is why I've been using it, because my T-zone, especially where I've been breaking out, has got a lot oilier. Never thought I'd say that because I've always been a dry skin kind of bitch. Okay, my skin has always been so dry, so it's kind of strange having to work around oilier skin recently, with like, especially with makeup as well. But honestly, like, I woke up this morning, so I've probably been doing this for 5-6 days maybe, along with something else that I'm going to talk about in a minute. And I woke up this morning and I cannot believe how much my skin has cleared up. Like, it probably doesn't even look like it's super clear to you guys up here, but honestly, like you should have seen it before. It was full on breakout. I'm just going to use some of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Eye Rescue Cream. Pretty much just take that on my ring finger and then just really lightly blend it in under my eyes, under my eyeballs. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of lip balm as well. My lips get so dry, it's ridiculous. So this is just lip conditioner by MAC. It smells so good. It smells like vanilla. Go on then. She literally hates going down the stairs unless she knows someone else is going down. Oh, what do we have for you, Crunch? She only really likes dry food, Crunchy, so this is what we give her. We decided you don't want that. She's so fussy. I'm craving some like hummus. These are like my favorite things to have with hummus. Like I'm obsessed. Any of these like thin Rivitas. But yeah, it's about 8 o'clock. I'm still by myself at home. No one's home yet. Which is what I mean when I say everyone just gets home at really like random times. So I thought I'd quickly show you what I used to tan. I'm not actually going to tan tonight just because I've still got a little bit on. But this is like my little cupboard here, which this bottle is so grubby. I pretty much just use the Low in Tan 2 Hour Express Dark Tan, and I wear it, like I keep it on all night and then I wash it off in the morning with just like a cold shower. Well, not cold shower, but not like a super hot shower, just to like make sure it lasts a little bit longer. And I just apply it with a Love in Tan mitt, which looks like so. This is like the really soft mitt. And then sometimes I'll mix in the UTAN Turbo Self Tan Mousse, which is this one here. I wouldn't recommend using this by itself if you're a beginner to tan, because it's actually quite difficult to blend. Not in the sense that it clings to dry patches, but it's very liquidy, so you really have to like kind of work it into the skin and make sure it's fully blended before you let it dry. And then I do the same on my face, so I still use the 2 Hour Express on my face, but I use it mixed in with the Tan Truth, the bronze, and I always make sure that my skin is moisturized, obviously as it is today, just so that it doesn't cling to any dry patches on my face. And I wanted to mention these because this is what I've been taking along with doing my skincare routine, and this especially I feel like has made such a difference to my skin, because I feel like for the most part it was hormonal because I've just come off my contraceptive pill. I just get this in Boots. It costs £11 and it comes with 40 tablets and you just take one per day. It's basically just got a bunch of different vitamins in, and it just helps to balance your hormone levels out. But yeah, I've been taking those, drinking lots of water and doing the skincare routine that I showed you before for probably about a week, like maybe 5 days now, and I've genuinely noticed the biggest difference in my skin, so hopefully that helps someone. Always after attention. Okay, so it's about 9:30. My mum and dad still aren't home, so it's literally just me in the house still. Like I've just been by myself, just editing videos. I'm doing some work bits, chatting to friends, things like that. I think I'm gonna end this video here, but I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you did, and if you want me to do more videos like this. I might do like a what I eat in a day and kind of show you like everything I've been eating recently, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, that kind of thing. But yeah, I guess good night.